1212. What's a podcast? 1212. What's a podcast? We are back. The streets were asking for us. We are back. DJ Jerome Baker the third. We are here. Shout out to my guy, always available. Hashtag She Wear Eddie.
What up?
And don't charge Abdul.
We are back. The streets
Season
missed us
4.
last week, man.
I think it's season 4, episode 5 or 6. I'll get it squared away. I think it's 5. You know what I'm saying? But do remember to check youtube.com/what's a podcast. And for the videos, which are doing really well on YouTube, and also what's a podcast.live, LIVE, for the previous episodes. We did take a week off. We appreciate that was not me. We appreciate everybody who
That was me.
who sent messages over and just kind of was trying to see what was good. And essentially, we just had a lot going on last week. We weren't able to just convene as we normally do. And so, we had to skip a week.
Let's talk about that. You had a busy weekend leading up to last week.
I've been on a 10-day run. I have another 7 gigs in the next 4 days. And it's been a busy time. I started off.
Let's start there, Rome. Let's start there. How was Miami?
Started off in Miami on the 9th and the 10th, I believe, were the dates. Thursday, Friday. Miami's fantastic. I can't be in Miami too long, man. It's just
I feel the same way.
Those black hair Spanish girls just have a special place in my heart, man. It's just too many of them.
Okay.
Crazy. It's
all right.
crazy.
Well, that leads into some people will be talking in the YouTube comments. They want to know why are you getting nervous when it's time to talk about your relationship status?
It's definitely nervous about.
If you are truly single,
I am.
You should have. Well, then shit. Let's
Let's
chop it up about it.
Yeah.
You got somebody said it's time, Jerome.
Now we know it. We know it's type.
That. Yeah,
now we know his
type.
type.
No. They're all my type. Let's not get it twisted. Let's not get it twisted. You know what I'm saying? But the goal of Miami was not to do that. The goal of Miami was to DJ.
The goal should always be to do that as a single man.
I mean, the goal of Miami was to establish myself in Miami moving forward, which I'm trying to be in Miami, monthly. So my man Louis Arson has a Thursday that's been going on for years. That was really popping. It's good. A half outside, half indoor joint. Spot called 1-800-LUCKY. So it was good. Good time. I recorded the first part of my mix, and we went a little overtime because it was so good. Really, really fun party.
Friday was at the same place too, or different spot?
No. So then Friday afternoon, I tell myself to get up early, 8 o'clock. It doesn't happen. We drank a little bit too much tequila. I then say, okay, I'm gonna go for a walk. I think I went for a walk around 11:30.
Okay.
Not smart. The sun was out.
The sun is out.
The sun is out, beaming. Right. So I'm staying in Little Havana though. Right.
Okay.
So I literally walked to the stoplight, made a left, and next I'm downtown.
Yep. What's that? Calle Ocho or whatever?
No. I was in a Brickell.
Okay.
City center area.
Yeah, that's all right there.
And they have a little walking, jogging path that they've instituted underneath their rail system.
Mm-hmm.
So underneath the rail system, it's basically the ground is painted green, and they have about a 1.5 to 2 mile walking path. And so it's Miami.
The rail is free too, ain't it? The rail
I don't
free.
know. I just know that everybody's outside. There's a Publix down there. There's everything you can imagine is down there.
Yeah.
Right. I'm out there walking, just sort of getting it popping. Dolo, yeah, for sure. Because it's Miami, you gotta get it in. I'm looking at people who are in significantly better shape than myself, and I'm like, gotta do it, Rome. So I got a good 2-hour walk in maybe, and the spot I was staying at had all Le Labo products. Oh my god,
what's that?
It's what's a
Le Labo?
It's a high end
soap,
skincare company.
Yeah, it's fragrances.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, so it's there's one on Florida Avenue.
Florida.
Florida Avenue, like 8th in Florida, 9th in Florida.
Right.
Across the street from Capo.
Yeah, I abused the shit out of it. They had hand soap, lotion,
all that shit.
Nah, you couldn't take it. They had it locked in. You know what I mean?
You just gotta unscrew the top, dog.
You know, black man, I just didn't want to do it because I know they was gonna hit that room bill anyway.
That's facts.
You know
That's
what I'm saying? So
that's facts.
I made sure not to
filled your own travel shit up.
I made sure not to get that charge afterwards. But so then the original gig that I was down there for was a party called 305 to Go Go, which was a woman is from Miami but lives in DC, and she wanted to bring a go-go party, a party full of go-go music to Miami.
Okay.
And it was a very interesting experience. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and you were the one playing the go-go?
I was the one playing the go-go. Yes, I have acquired. I want to say about 1,000.
You can no longer claim to be from Phoenix, bro. As much as you don't want to see you from DC, this is where you are from now. You are being chosen. You are being chosen to play go-go.
Jerome, you played a full
some other genre.
You played a full go-go set.
I went to Arizona right after this though. So no, I went to Arizona right after this.
Did you play go-go in Arizona?
We're
absolutely not.
Okay. I was gonna say. We're simply saying at this point, you have spent more time away from Arizona than you have there, as well as your roots have been implanted in this area. Your daughter's from here. You are now officially from here because
Abdul, where are you from?
I'm from Baltimore.
Okay, so it's the same logic, and you're older than me. You spent more time in DC than I have. So this whole
Jerome, don't front when you go back to Arizona. They ask you where you're from, though.
I mean, I say the DMV and be like, I'm happy with that.
When you go back to
even
Arizona,
though Baltimore is not part of the
where
DMV.
you from? Where you from? You're not from around.
They ask Jerome.
No. When I pull up, they still know.
Dressed like anybody over there.
We still listening to Corrupt. No, we still listening to Corrupt. We still,
you get your West Coast on when you out there.
Absolutely. You know, I'll be in the house here listening to Corrupt. Anyway,
you don't got hydraulics on your car.
I don't have a car. So what are you talking about?
Everybody in Arizona has a car.
Nobody does. You have to be an essay from South side of the West side.
Fam. You cannot rely on public transportation in Arizona.
Nah, he's talking about cars with hydraulics.
Yeah, I mean, my mother drives a Honda.
Just the essay.
My mother drives a Honda. It's wonderful.
Everybody got a whip out there.
You have to.
It's too hot. It's too hot not to have a whip.
You have to. Either that or you don't do anything until 8:00 at night. You know what I'm saying? Like, but nevertheless, go-go in Miami. I did that for about 2 hours.
How was that? How was that taken out there?
It was okay.
How did they take to it?
I mean, they know the hits, right? They know the smashes, right?
Yeah, so, sardines, doing the butt.
So I just let those run. I mean, you let those 8, 9, 10-minute go-go songs run. 2 hours can fill up relatively quickly.
You don't mix it up with anything else.
You can't really because
5 in the morning.
Nah, you kind of dropping everything on the one. So I think that the biggest takeaway was it was a good party, good opportunity. I had a homie that was living out there, who lives out there, and he was like, "Yo, come play this spot, Blackbird Ordinary," which is right there in Brickell, right there downtown. And walked into that joint, and that joint was phenomenal. You know what I'm saying?
Is that the spot he normally DJs?
It's his Friday night. You know what I mean? They all kind of move around. He happened to be there that Friday, so he really just rolled out the red carpet, man. We got to rock together. I play like 4 or 5 songs at a time. You know,
do you get paid when you do something like that? Or that's just for the love.
I wasn't looking to get paid, but he
threw you some bread, whatever.
Yeah, he threw me some bread. I was like, bro,
but you'll do that like going back and forth. And you're out of town, whatever. That's off the love.
Yeah, that's off the love. Yeah, 100%. Yo, come rock. I like that.
If you got your laptop with you, let's go.
I was coming from a gig. You know what I mean? So it made sense. I had a 6 a.m. flight.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
So it just also makes sense. You can open yourself up to a new audience too, motherfucker. Especially if you rock out. Motherfuckers are like, yo, who's that? Like, you know what I'm saying? 100%. Or they even the club owners like, or whoever it is be like, yo, maybe we need to bring him back. Things like that.
For sure.
100%. 100%.
He's going back next month.
Yeah. At 8 p.m. now. Yeah, I definitely messed up with that. I cut off a Ozuna song too early, and the streets were looking at me crazy. But I was like, "Oh, my bad." I live in DC. It's different. But Bong caught the flight back to DC 6 a.m. It was rough. That Miami airport too. On the way down there was the worst flying experience I ever had.
Oh,
we leave DC at noon.
Yeah.
It's a 3-hour flight. We're supposed to be there by 2:30, right? Um, there's so much bad weather in Miami. The airport's not accepting any more planes.
Wow.
We get
Shit.
rerouted not to Fort Lauderdale,
Fort Myers.
Orlando.
Daytona Beach, even worse.
No.
Worst airport I've ever been to in my life. It's
So what did
this
they do?
big. So it's this big. The airport literally has like 5 or 6 planes. There's one restaurant in the entire airport. My entire flight is in that restaurant. So all I did was eat like water and Chex Mix. I mean, it just was
Oh,
terrible.
but they were like, yo, when the weather gets better, you can hop on a flight back to
Okay,
Miami.
so here's the thing. We sit in Daytona Beach for 2.5 hours, right? I'm supposed to be DJing at 9. It's like 5 o'clock now.
Yeah.
I think we get there at we finally get to Miami around 6:30.
Okay.
We taxi on the whatever
The
Yeah.
landing strip.
for an
On
hour
the
and 10
runway.
minutes.
What?
Hour and 10
Damn.
minutes.
Waiting for some
Because-
doors to open up.
Waiting for some because everybody's flight's been backed up. Everybody made a mad rush for Miami,
Oh,
right?
Damn.
Yeah.
There's 14 flights in front of us. There's 12 flights behind us.
Damn.
The flight
You like,
starts.
let me out this motherfucker.
So you know how it gets. The flight starts to get real like the air isn't.
You can
There's no
feel it.
cold. There's no cold air. It's just the hot air circulating. The pilot's trying to creep up and keep the cold air circulating. Man, you know somebody's. Hey man, I'm about to pass out. Some dudes like, man, I'm not listening to y'all. Y'all lied to us all day. Some ladies like, yeah, I'm about to go into labor. All sorts of crazy shit, right?
Everybody got
Oh,
their best lie.
shit.
Everybody got their best life. So when we finally taxi and get off, people are running off the plane. Like, y'all not going to keep me on this bird no more. As I'm walking through the Miami airport, and we've
Did
all
you
been to
check
Miami.
luggage or no?
No, I didn't check luggage.
Okay, good.
So I'm fine.
Hell no.
As I'm walking through the Miami airport, I've never seen it look that bad before. Every flight was delayed. People landed at the same time. It looked crazy. It looked like people were like running for their lives from something crazy. It was the worst thing I've ever seen in my life.
Damn, that sucks.
Yeah.
What did
so
the Uber prices look like from the airport?
They
hit you
weren't
on the head?
crazy. I mean, not because I was
Okay.
staying in Little Havana, so it wasn't too crazy.
All right.
So then, boom, Miami had a good Thursday, Friday, fly back to DC, rock out Saturday, another 6 a.m. flight to Arizona.
You went
with-
solo?
To Arizona?
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to go solo. Bella's still in school, and we wouldn't have been able to connect at all because this place was like in Baltimore. If we're in DC, this place was in Baltimore. Maybe even
Okay.
a little bit past Baltimore.
Okay.
So it's called the Beyond the Music Retreat. It's the second or third year. They basically, my man Crooked asked me if I'd speak on a panel regarding starting your
Is
own
Crooked
party.
one of the organizers of it, or he was just like one of the hosts or something like that?
He was one of the hosts, but he had a very heavy hand in helping select some of the talent.
Okay, got it.
And so
Shout out to DJ Crooked from the Road
Yeah,
podcast. By the way,
I saw them at work. First of all, Crooked is he's a dictator. You know what I'm saying? Like he had the team working.
Oh,
They were not slacking at all. They did.
So he's an asshole.
Yeah. They missed zero. They missed zero.
So
content.
he's an asshole.
They missed zero content. They got all the DJs. They got celebrity DJs. They got everything you needed.
I saw D Nice was in there.
D Nice, you know what I'm saying? So when the recap drops, it's gonna be stellar. I get there Sunday because I want to see my mom. Was gonna DJ, decided not to, and just wanted to hang out with my mom and my brother. And so, you know what I'm saying? We stayed Sunday night, we hit the town for a little bit, show face, whatever. Get up Monday. As the DJs arrive, we all meet for brunch at a spot near Arizona State. And next thing you know, there's like 15 of us, which was super fun. I think I posted the photo on Instagram the other day.
Like 15 of the DJs on the panel?
15
or?
DJs that were attending and DJs on the panel.
The retreat.
And it's photographers who were actually shooting.
Dope.
We ended up, just kind of giving cats time to kick it because you couldn't check into your room until around 3 or 4. And this was like 11 a.m. So, you killed 2 hours, 3 hours, and then just go out there and shoot the shit,
So what was the basis of the retreat? What were they really talking about? Like how to make money and stuff?
Well, Beyond the Music essentially says we all can physically DJ, but it's all of the other things that allow you to kind of flourish as a business person. How are you with social media? are you the type that does your own parties? Are you a hired gun?
Mhm.
How are you with your mental and your physical wellness?
Yeah.
There was a couple more panels as well on like the tech side of stuff. There was panels on, I forget the other two, but it was cool. It was
What
super
did D
solid.
Nice have to say?
Nothing that you haven't heard before. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like it was very just like, oh yeah, it's cool. T Nice
But
is
they
cool.
talked about that moment of him being on live and all that and hitting.
Yeah,
What did he
yeah.
hit? He hit 1 million or he hit 100K?
Yeah,
Which one was it?
I think he hit a million.
I think he told his whole story. You know what I'm saying? He
Remember
told his
when
whole
when he
story.
was pointing at the number? What was that?
I
I
think a
don't think it was a
million.
million. No,
I
no,
think
no.
it was a million.
I think it was 100K. Right?
I mean,
I
either way,
don't
it's all
remember.
good.
Sure.
It's all good for
Yeah.
him.
Anyway, it was
It was definitely
phenomenal.
more. It was definitely more than 100K. But nevertheless,
Oh, then it was 1 million then.
he
Okay.
spoke his story, which is cool. People got a chance to talk to him and speak to him in person. My panel was on the first day, which is Tuesday. I'm sorry, Monday, um, which was a great panel. Myself,
Yeah.
my man Raul from Miami, he works with Jared a lot. My man Nopa Slaps from San Francisco, he has a dope party, and then this kid Vinny Vibes from the New England area, who I was unfamiliar with, but he was solid. And then that whole time, man, you just was sitting down taking notes and just chopping it up with other DJs and just get people getting a chance to hear your story and talk. And I made a bunch of new friends and a bunch of people that I got to follow up with moving forward. Um,
Okay.
but it was tight. The last night, one of the homies from Arizona that didn't go, he organized a dinner with a bunch of different people, and everybody showed up. Crooked was there, and uh, was D Miles pulled up, and like Mellow D from the Beat Junkies, and my
Dope.
man EU, my man Rise, a couple women
Rise from out
DJs.
here?
Yeah, Rise, me, EU, and Rise were we were the three amigos all weekend, man. Those are the
Okay.
homies.
Inseparable.
Yeah,
Let me
we made
ask
it
you
work.
something. When you go to that dinner, what happens when the check comes out? Is it already taken care of or
Sorry, taken care of.
oh,
Eh.
fancy. All right.
Mhm.
Spot called Toco Madera, super duper fly.
Do you know that
Um,
going in? Are you like watching what you're
Yeah.
ordering?
They said, yeah.
No. I knew the guy. I knew the guy that was hosting the dinner, and I knew the
Okay.
impression. I knew the impression he was.
Yeah, I
trying
mean,
to
if
make.
somebody's hosting you, then you're not
Yeah.
paying.
Oh, it was
I knew
one of
that-
those hosting like with the okay. I thought it was one of those like, yo, we should all go to dinner, and then it's like 50 y'all. And
No,
then
when we all went to dinner early in the day, we went to Panda Express. So like that was that. But when we all said,
everybody paid for themselves.
well, the thing about it is they wanted everybody to obviously come to a warm weather climate, but Arizona was having extreme heat, so they weren't expecting that, right?
Mm.
Mhm.
But in the same respect, they wanted us to be far enough away that people weren't going to Scottsdale every night.
Getting
But
lit,
we went to Scottsdale the last night, and then all the homies some people went straight to the airport. Some people went back to the facility. It was a nice spot, the resort, and I went to my mom's house because I wanted to just see my mom for like 30 minutes in the morning before I had to leave.
Yeah, no, I think my point of that one day we I think maybe next episode we gotta address like the etiquette of going to dinner and what you should expect to pay and things like that. I think that's an important conversation for people because there's a lot of people who don't know how to act in those
I
sort of
just don't.
situations.
I'll give my 2 cents because I definitely paid for an entire dinner earlier this week. Or no, last week. Yeah, last week I
Yeah.
paid for an entire dinner.
No,
and
there's
I'll just-
situations you definitely have to, and
Yeah, that's
you gotta
cool.
eat that.
No,
Yeah,
no.
of
But
course.
my thing is, I just make it a point to know that I'm only going to go to dinner with people who I feel would do the same thing. If I have any sort of reservation
sure.
about you, then you're just
Yeah.
not included. You know? What
Yeah, I
I'm
mean, there's
saying?
no
Like,
point to break bread with people with that.
Yeah, like I don't care about the points and all. I mean, I do care about the points and all that, but at the end of the day, if it's going, I don't like 6 cards on a table. That shit looks corny to me. You know what I'm saying? Like we're adults. You know what I'm saying? At the most, we can do 2 cards, maybe 3. But why are we doing 18 cards? Like that shit is whack. You know what I'm saying? Like, bong. Everybody got a high level. Either you got American Express or a Chase card. You
Or
want
both.
the point or both, or like putting 6 cards on a table. It's just like,
I don't know. I mean, I think depending on who you're at dinner with, I'm
But that's
okay
what I'm
with putting
saying.
my card down just for myself and my wife. Like that's
but I don't
definitely
want
gonna
to.
happen.
I mean, no disrespect, but I don't want to go to dinner with the
I'm just
like.
saying that sometimes you end up in a situation where you're at dinner, maybe for a really good friend's birthday party, and you know you
And
end up
there's
being
20
at
people you don't know.
yeah, there's a bunch of people. Like, of course, you want to go to your people's birthday party, but now you're ending up at a situation where there's a bunch of other people, and you know what I'm saying.
That are their
Yeah,
people's, but not your people's.
right. And
I'll
now,
drink water. I'll drink water then. Yeah, no, I just
listen,
ate. It's all good.
I've done that too, of course. But
Now
I'm
I
saying if
always
you know,
for me,
yeah,
if it's like that, we split it evenly. If there's 10 cards, you
yeah,
split it
you
10
got
ways.
to split
If
it
there's
evenly.
6 cards,
Nah,
there's
I don't like
6
split.
And I
I
got
don't
to
like.
give you
I
the
don't.
cheat code. I got to give you the cheat code on that. When you are at that sort of shit, fuck it. You got to know that it's gonna be split evenly. And me, I don't drink, and I know everybody else is.
Yeah.
So
You got to
I'm
order
going.
dessert. Yeah, I'm
I'm
getting a
gonna
big
order
steak.
the whole fucking three. I'm gonna order an appetizer, a fucking main thing, and maybe even 3 desserts.
No
You know
doubt.
what I'm
And
saying?
some
You got to
coffee.
make it up. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
gonna get a coffee.
Yeah.
But let's chalk that. Let's chalk that. We're gonna talk about it next week. So you come back
Yeah.
home and you come back right in time because it's a big week here, dog.
Oh, I'll come
Big
back to DC.
week.
Yeah, I'll come
Yeah,
back to DC where I was scheduled to have like 5 gigs over the weekend. Mind you, I think we had been saying for 2 months we were not buying tickets to the actual festival. We made it very clear we weren't buying tickets to the festival. Proceeded to land back in DC Thursday morning. The first gig got canceled, so I had a little more time to sort of chill.
yeah,
But as I'm at the airport, I text my man Chase B. I'm like, "Yo, Chase, man, where you at?" Because we had spoke the day before. He said, "Yo, I just landed." I said, "Man, you know what? I just landed, bro. Let's." He said, "Bet I
so
want
this
to go."
was Thursday.
This is
You
Thursday
came
at
back
the
on
airport.
Thursday. Okay. All
Thursday
right.
at the airport. So we're like, boom. He's like, "I want to go to the shop get some clothes." I said, "I bet." We mob over to the shop. Everybody's
Yeah.
happy. Everybody's happy to see Chase. Everybody's happy to see me. We kick it for about an hour in the shop. He does his thing. I do my thing. I wanted to go see Bella, so I went to see Bella real quick. Came back. We get it shaken. Meet up with Chase again later at night. We're watching Game 6. Golden State ultimately won the championship that night, and it was over from the beginning. We were already calling it early.
Mhm.
Boom, move right into the Commonwealth Party. Solid function. I played very well. I thought Chase played well.
Yeah.
Um,
Were you guys the only 2 DJs that night?
Matthias was on as well too, but I
Oh,
missed
Matthias was on
the
too.
majority of
Okay.
his set being with Chase. So, but he
Yeah.
recorded his set and posted it. It's very good as well. So, everybody played
All
well
right.
that night. Solid function.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
Solid
it was
function.
cool. It was cool.
I was just
Um,
I was just out of it, man. I was so tired after a while. I was just like, I want to go home.
we came and met up with you guys at that party. Eddie and I went out earlier that night to a bowling party our guy Dre DeMayo was having with Pusha T. And man, that was like a nice little reunion
was a nice-
function for
yeah.
me, man.
Yeah.
I had a really, really good time at that shit. It was
Yeah.
I saw my brother Taz, my guy Frank, BJ. I mean, everybody, man. Dre was there, his wife.
Lauren,
Lauren Lowe, Big
Little-
Lowe was in the building.
Little
Zay
Mitch.
was there, Little Mitch, Scooty, everybody. It was a nice little vibe in there.
Yeah.
Damo was DJing it, and yeah, what's the name of the spot we went to? It was a bowling alley in Georgetown.
Pinstripes.
Pinstripes.
You guys
yeah.
were at Pin.
And-
Yeah, because Scooty and Mitch and Chase, they were all with me before that.
Yep.
Okay, yep. So they came by afterwards, but I
Yeah.
was just pleasantly shocked as to how big of a space that is, being it's inside of Georgetown.
Yeah.
But yeah, listen, there was free drinks, free
Free
food.
food. Yeah.
We didn't eat anything because we were focused on going to Yums later on. And then we mobbed through and came through the Commonwealth party, which was also a nice little vibe, man. So yeah, that was the first night. I ended up not going running at all the whole weekend, just because I was getting home at like
You're
2,
too
3,
busy.
4 o'clock in the morning. So yeah, there was no way in hell I was gonna wake up and make it out in time. But yeah, you were right. We ended up not paying for something in the water. None of us paid for any of those tickets. Shout out to my friend who hooked me up with tickets, my wife and I. I don't know if she wants me to say her name, but thank you. So I actually didn't make it to something in the water on Friday. It was blazing hot. I think it was
I
like
was out there.
95, 96 degrees. Yeah,
I was out there. It was hot.
you were out there. How hard body? That's crazy. Who performed on Friday when you were out there? Anybody notable?
I'm be honest, bro. I don't even know.
You were
Like it
just
was
hanging.
just we was out there. We was just
Yeah,
outside. You know what I'm saying? Me and the
yeah,
homies, we was just out there, and it was
yeah,
hot. That's all you can say. We saw Silent Tom, and he
yeah.
was hot.
Solid Time was there all 3 days.
Wow.
Trooper.
Solid Time is festival goer. Like for real, he does this. This is
Yeah.
his. He's been to every single something in the water now. The second annual event. He went to Virginia Beach last year. Did all 3 days over there, and
No,
actually
I
no,
think
I
I
think he
think it was
canceled one
Two
day.
19.
days.
I
Yeah,
think it was
he went
19.
right. You're right.
It was
You're right. It
19,
was
and they
2019.
had 2 days because the first day got rained out. Right.
Yep, the
Mhm.
first
So
day got rained out.
yeah.
But yeah, he was back. He did every day this year. I saw him on Saturday when I went. I got there. My homeboy Matt Ting came in town from New York. He was supposed to be here with his wife and kids, and his wife just was like, "Listen, I don't know what we're gonna do with the kids down there. You just go, just make a Father's Day weekend out of it. Have a kid-free weekend." So he came down on Saturday, um, and we picked him up and went and got some food. I found excellent parking right at the edge of Fourth and I Street, right where the cops block it off. I
Like
just
right
parked my
there.
car right there, and just
Damn.
walked up to the festival. Um, and we got there right in time and saw. Pharrell and Friends. Um, Pharrell came on first and brought up Nori. Man,
What
Nori
song did Nori do?
Nori
Super
did
Thug.
nothing.
Super Thug.
I don't remember if he did Super Thug. I might have been
He has
walking
to.
in. He did. I remember. I clearly remember nothing. But Saturday was so packed in there, bro. So majority of the time, I think while Nori was on, we were trying to see if we're gonna walk up to the front and try to get close as possible. But I'm telling you, we were about 3 blocks away from the stage, and it was just nowhere to go. So my
Mm.
wife was like, "Yo, I don't even want to be here." She was already like a little bit flustered with, the setup, and she's like, "It's a lot of people here. They don't have enough exits." Now with everything happening in today's world, you got to people think about these sort of things, right? Like, God forbid
Yeah.
something happens over here. Like, how am I
Yeah.
going to get out of here? So, so the way they had it set up, they had a VIP lounge about a block away from the exit, and you could go in there and they had free food, free drinks, and you could watch the whole show on
A big
I guess
screen or
live
something.
stream or something like that. Yeah, they had a big screen set up, and it was like its own little party over there. Because if you went there, they actually all you had to do was walk up there, and they would golf cart you to the festival itself.
Oh, that's
Um,
dope.
yeah, so she was like, "I'm gonna go over there," and I was like, "Well, I don't feel right about you even going over there and being there by yourself."
Yeah, I'm going
Luckily,
over
I
there
saw,
too.
yeah, I saw my homeboy and his wife who were like, "We're about to get the fuck out of here because it's so crazy."
Yeah.
And so she was like, "Oh, I'm gonna go with y'all." So they went. My boy Matt and I stayed, and I caught the end of Nori's performance. So I do remember nothing. I don't know if he did Sutak. I don't see why he wouldn't. Um, but one thing I did not like about the performances was they were singing over the record playing, and I just have such a huge
What
problem with that.
lyrics and everything?
Yeah, the lyrics
Oh,
were
they were
loud
like
as shit.
singing over their own lyrics.
They were singing over their own as the
Oh
record
yeah, I
was
don't like
playing.
that. They didn't
Like
play
it
like
would
the
be one thing for you
instrumentals.
to have the music, the
The
instrumental really
instrumentals,
loud,
yeah.
and the vocals are really low. So in case you get like out of breath, what I'm saying, while you're singing the lyrics, like I as an audience member can catch a little bit of the audio playing,
Was
like
that
your
all of
lyrics.
them? Everybody?
Well, Nori, it was blatantly obvious because
He was
respectfully,
out
I
of
think
breath.
he might be a little bit out of breath.
He was
But
out
he
of
was
shape.
also
Yeah.
talking while it was happening, and it was the most obvious with Nori.
Mm.
Actually, Ti as well, but Ti did a fairly good job of keeping up with the audio. but it was just annoying. Like if I'm listening, and just I'm listening to you rap, I don't need to hear the audio from the track as well. You know what I'm saying? Like the DJs need to know that they just got to keep it on the low, like have the volume down for something like that.
Yeah.
And then Ti came on, and he brought his son up, his son from the reality show Damani, and he did a verse. Yo, his son is nice. His son is he raps like a New Yorker,
Oh,
which I really I like a lot. You know what I'm saying? And his son kind of killed it. And who came up after Ti? Justin Timberlake came.
Was that Pharrell and Friends?
Yeah, this was Pharrell and Friends.
Well, I think what happened, and Abdul just skipped the entire beginning of Saturday.
What happened?
So let's run to the beginning of Saturday. We get up and we go to CL.
Oh yes, I forgot all about that.
We get up and we go to CL.
That was a great day. I forgot all about the great part about it.
You started at like 8 o'clock at night. Like what? Like I don't get it.
Why did they go to right at 8 o'clock at night?
Abdul lives like that every day.
He just wanted to get his
so
part.
much. He does so much. He just can't keep up with himself.
Yes, right, let's review the whole day.
Nori sucks. Okay, cool. What really happened is Abdul is like, yo, we're going to this breakfast thing, whatever, Soul House, Pusha T. I'm like, yo, fam, I can't do it. I'm hurt. He's like, yo, fuck that. Like, I'll be there in 20 minutes, 30 minutes, whatever.
Abdul lives like right up the street, so you got no excuse.
I mean, he lives like 4 blocks from me. So I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. Like, we're up, boom. We head down to CL. I don't think we had any worries about getting in, but they were definitely like, we could have went hard body if we wanted to, honestly. Roland meets us down there. So me, Roland, and Abdul mobbing. We get upstairs to CL. It's a Pusha T and Dre the Mayor interview,
conversation. Yes.
Courtesy of
Soho House. Yeah.
Soho House, yeah.
So they're like sitting on, like them two are like on a panel. Essentially, the audience is asking them questions.
They're sitting at a two top, and then Dre is just sort of talking to Pusha. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so, excuse me. At that point, it's about a 35-minute conversation. It's a lot of people who feel they're important. We're just in there because we are important, and we had a good time. We sort of just like. We know that Piero's in there, Womont's in there, like Scooty, Marlon, just people you see around town and have seen for a while.
It was a small little intimate crowd. I think it must have been like 50, 60 people to tops.
At the most.
Yeah, the brunch was fire, which was surprising.
What really made it worthwhile was the brunch because the food was popping.
Yeah.
You put your card up, Abdul?
No, it was free.
It was free.
I put my card up for the 50 people.
This is for me and Jerome.
Yeah, so
he's like, can we get a separate check?
I had like 8 orange juices. Like it was
popping. It was good. It was good.
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun.
Then we leave there. We head to somewhere's having a
in store.
We were having two
bunch
events
of different
at once.
Things happening. Yeah.
Yeah. So they had a Google, and we're gonna use that picture for this week's cover. They had a Google NFT thing, planes with this guy Micah Johnson and Aku, and sort of
he's the creator of Aku.
Yeah, he's the creator of Aku. On the back side of the building, they had the Pusha T in store. So Pusha T walks through the front. Pusha T, boom, boom, it's all good. Everybody get their quick picture. He goes in the back. Then it's Micah Johnson doing his NFT thing. Shout out to
Summer. Go in the back, like go in the back, or like the back
he
like
walked through the front of the store to get to the back of the store because his in store was in the back of the store.
Okay.
Shout out to probably Abdul's new friend. Her name is Summer Watson. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We just chopped it up and had a conversation. Abdul ends up talking to Summer Watson, informing her that he is a holder of the planes, Aku, blah, blah, blah. She's like, have you met Micah? Baby? Have you met Micah? I was like, nah, he's over there. They're chopping it up. Boom, boom. I just take like 8 photos real quick. We in there we're literally having a ball. Like, we're just dying laughing at cats. It it was cool, yo.
Nah, it was a good time,
It
man.
was a good time, right? So at this point, I think Abdul had to step and like get back to the fam or something. I
Yeah,
chose to hang around. There was a block party that somewhere was having, so they gave me a
yeah.
couple drink tickets, and the block party was popping. It was
Is
Kevin's.
that,
It was Kevin's birthday, so he proceeded to get tore
Kevin as
down.
his Scooty.
Yeah, it was Scooty's
was
birthday.
that at Union Market also?
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, yeah. But on the
Okay.
other one, the Spanish Union Market, the La Cocheca part, the
La
space.
Cosecha. Yep.
So Scooty gets tore down. He's so tore down. His wife pulled up on him like, "Yo, what's up with you, man?"
Ooh.
And just like took him in the car. And they sped off.
Ouch.
I'm like, "Oh, okay."
Hey, sometimes
Uh,
you need that.
nah, for sure.
Yeah. Shout out,
So
shout out to Micah Johnson though. I mean, I think what he's doing in the NFT space, what really convinced me to buy that NFT was, just Jerome and I went to a little course by our good friend VNL to explain to us a little bit about what NFTs are. And, I think just the story behind Aku and him being a black creator, I wasn't seeing a whole lot of that in the beginning, man. And I probably, we're not well versed in NFTs and stuff like that. When I was about to show Micah the ones that I had, I couldn't even remember what the name of the wallet was. And I
oh
was
yeah,
like,
he's
"Bro,
like he's like,
I
"Yo,
was like,
roll
bro,
with it." I'm like,
what's the name of the shit that holds all my NFTs?" And Jerome was like, MetaMask. I was like, yeah, that's it.
You
I
stupid.
literally don't even know
That's
what
good.
the fuck wallet I have on my phone. But that's just how uninformed we are in various ways. But I really liked Aku just because of the story behind it. That a little black boy who can aspire to be anything he wants to be, an astronaut, or just having like
Anything.
kids of color. You know what I'm saying? We want to have that ingrained in them. So I really enjoyed that story about it. I wish I had known about Micah Johnson before VNL put us onto it. But even when I did, and I was able to get that Chapter 7 Planes collab NFT that he put out, I think about a year and a half ago. Listen, I was excited. I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep that for forever. But yeah, I really like the message, and to meet him, just a really real down to earth dude, man. It's it was just refreshing to meet somebody who's hit the level of success as he has, and he's still like chopping it up with people, and wants to meet his collectors, and I think that's what
You have
that's
to do
what
that.
yeah, you have to do that, but
Yeah.
sometimes you don't, right?
Yeah.
um Everybody has to do that, but a lot of people don't. That's just the truth of the matter. So yeah, I think it was great meeting him. It was great to meet Summer Watson, which it was real funny because at the brunch we were at, um Dre had just asked Push about what he has coming up with Aku. I believe he has a collab coming up, and how Push got involved with it, and Push talked about Summer Watson and how she introduced him to Micah Johnson, and how that relationship started. So it was really interesting that we had just heard her name 35 minutes before we went to somewhere, and here we are with the woman that Pusha was talking about. So
Crazy.
yeah, no, but listen, that's how things are. I think Dom and Somewhere did an amazing job of putting together various events, and the way that store is built out, it just gives them the capability to do even things, multiple events in the store. The front felt like a completely different vibe, and Push the merch sale was happening in the back. They had a whole paint job with the album name outside on the back entrance. Yeah, I thought it was super dope, man. I think, yeah, I gotta say, I think the one person who won from something in the water, uh, maybe even more than Pharrell, was Pusha T, man. His name was ringing throughout the whole city for the whole weekend.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
I mean,
he had
he was everywhere. You know,
your mic. Sorry about that. Your mic.
one, two. You hear me? No.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
We
I
can hear you.
think I think it was set up for him to win too. A lot of private stuff.
Yes. Yeah.
Obviously there was a Clips reunion on stage. There was Clips reunion in the nightclub. You know what I'm saying? It was just
Yeah.
Clips reunion everywhere.
Yeah.
So it was fun just to be out there and chop it up. That block party just really was amazing. We mobbed over to something in the water afterwards, much better. Kevin's in the middle of getting tore down, and we just had to like it was just your wife was 100% correct. It was too narrow of a
Yes.
space. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They need to have the concert on the mall. If they can't have it on the mall, then they just need to not have it in DC. You know what I'm saying?
You know what else was also fucking it up a little bit was Jerome, your mic is going crazy.
Why are they doing that?
It's like like your cord or something.
All right.
All right, I'm gonna stay right here.
Okay.
We good?
Nah.
Yeah.
It's still fuzzing.
It's all right.
Nah, it's
Yeah,
not.
I think what
One
was
two
also going.
1 2 1 2
It's
1
not.
2.
It's not that we can't hear you. There's just feedback, like fuzz,
Okay,
like
okay.
pops.
I'm gonna
That's
come
cool.
right back.
We're good right here. What was also a little bit made it a little bit worse was that food court area, and because everybody was just sitting down and eating, now people are either in line for the food court or they're on the other side of the fence sitting down, and now the lane for you to move through in the middle of it has now become even narrower than it's supposed to be. So you kind of have a huge a huge traffic issue essentially.
Plus, they also had two stages
They were
that were
real close to each other.
entirely too close to each
Yeah.
other.
And you could, that's what I heard. The sound was like bouncing off each other. If you weren't
Exactly.
if you weren't like directly in front of the stage, if like you were kind of in the middle, you couldn't hear anything.
Yeah, and,
It
and
just
Saturday
wasn't-
was a rough day, man.
It just wasn't aesthetically pleasing, and it turned into not being like physically pleasing. Like I had to walk from basically where Pharrell and Friends was
Yep.
to 300 Indiana Avenue to get a lift.
Damn.
It was
Were
a
they
good
hitting
like
you in the
mile
head
and
for
a half.
lifts?
No lift. It wasn't even hitting you in the head. It was just like
Okay.
it was just
Couldn't get
like
to it.
you had to walk a mile and a half to get a lift after standing on your
Ah,
feet.
Yeah.
After standing on your feet all day, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Eating, oh my God, the amount of money they were charging for food out there was insane.
What kind of food did they have?
Festival food,
Everything.
a lot
The
of
shit
yeah.
food.
fried
A lot of
this,
restaurants
fried
were out
that.
there.
Yeah, fried this, fried that. You know
Yeah,
what I
fuck
mean?
that.
Like, but the only thing I saw that was tight was there was free water stations.
That's dope.
That's true.
So that was very dope.
The merch was tight too, man.
But the line to get merch was crazy.
Yeah,
Unless you had a chase card. If you had a chase card, you were good.
you
Hold on.
cut to the front. And I actually.
It's raining so hard outside.
Oh no. Yeah, your mic
Yo,
is
your-
going. The
your
mic
mic's
is going
bugging.
crazy.
The rain's also going crazy.
Nah, but it sounds like it's raining in my headphones right now. There we go.
There you go. That's
All right.
perfect. The museum, our guys had a collab with something in the water.
You hit it
We're
again.
getting some feedback again.
No, but it's you though. It's not your hands. It's your mic.
I'm not touching it though. Like
Dave's not
There you
off.
go. Right there, it's off.
Oh my God, I gotta stay
Don't
here all
move.
day.
Don't move.
Our guys, the
Jesus
museum had a
Christ.
beautiful T-shirt with something in the water, and that motherfucker was sold the fuck out at the merch station or something in the water. So I'm actually need to go to the store or call Mohammed or
See if you can get
Greg
one.
tomorrow. Yeah, I want one of those, man. Madness had a collab, which I couldn't find at the merch booth either. Jerome, we're getting some feedback from your mic again.
What am I doing?
I
I'm
have
right
no
here.
idea.
I'm about to
You
leave
are
and come
the-
back.
Just
You
pull.
are
Just
the
unplug your mic and
electrician,
plug it
so-
back in.
No, I
Yeah.
don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. Hold on one second.
There we go. It's good. You're good.
Are we good?
Yep.
See? Ready? 1, 2,
That's
3.
perfect. That's perfect.
I'm holding the thing together though.
Oh. Can't hear you. There you go.
How we doing?
Better.
Let me turn it. Let me get a little. How we doing?
That's perfect.
All right, we'll stay right here.
That's crispy.
Anyway,
that's perfect.
Sunday, I did not go. I think Abdul went Sunday. There
So
was
y'all got tickets for all 3 days.
when you get the
You
pass.
can only
you
get
for
tickets for all 3 days. Yeah.
Yeah,
Once
yeah.
you have
Well,
the pass, it was good.
I
for
didn't
all
know
3 days.
I didn't know if somebody gave you like their Saturday ticket or like their Sunday ticket.
It was just no, it was just a wristband, and they made it, and it
Yeah.
was pretty difficult to kind of transfer it, but I'm sure somebody did, of course. Um, Sunday, I think Abdul went. I didn't go. I had to work at the shop.
I did. I
Uh,
went and saw. I saw Pusha perform. I got there right in time for him to get on, um, and he killed it. And I gotta say, Pharrell and Friends the night before, the best performance of the night came from the Clips. Malice came on, and it just they did a lot of the old stuff, and as good as Push is today,
You think he's
I
better back then
gotta
with
say,
Malice?
what's that?
You think he's better with Malice? Like you think he's better in the group?
No, I was gonna say, and this is probably just a hip hop conversation, but as good as Push is today, back then he couldn't fuck with Malice.
I'm gonna
Malice,
I'm gonna respectfully
Malice,
disagree.
Malice was on some other shit.
Listen, you can raise your
And
voice all you want. That's not
he
true.
reminded us off that on Saturday, and I was happy to see that, man. I'm a big Push fan, and today is different, man. I think he's significantly gotten better. His rhymes have gotten advanced. It's still same subject matter, which I really love, but man, in the early 2000s, Malice was that shit. He was that shit.
Again,
So
I'm gonna respectfully disagree, but go
I
ahead.
mean, my man and I, who I was there with, we had the same sort of argument. No, actually, him and I didn't. Him and I agreed, but I've had that same argument with other people who have disagreed, and that's cool.
Yeah,
I was just saying my personal opinion is, early 2000s, and
You
I
were
think,
more of a fan of Malice when they were in the Clips.
No, I was a fan of both of them. I just, if you start like, who got who in that rhyme, like I'm gonna say Malice got Push a lot more than the other way around, and it makes sense at that time. I think Push was also was not a lot younger, but younger in the rap game. You know what I'm saying? Malice
I mean,
had been rhyming longer.
I thought they both came out at the same time.
Yeah, but Malice is 4 or 5 years older, so he's been doing it longer. You know what I'm saying? So I think that showed at that time, and listen, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'm just saying what I think.
No, I mean, music is subjective, dog. You're never wrong for having your own opinion.
Yeah. So, but listen, Push came out and he bodied that shit on Sunday, man. He came.
I think this album is Push's best album.
This.
I like this album better than the Clips album. You know what I'm saying? Like for me, it's better than the Clips.
I have a nostalgic connection to the Clips album, which I think all of us do.
Yeah, I mean, I love
it.
But
maybe I'll have that same connection with this album in 12, 13 years. Who knows?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I'm realizing that I know a lot more words to this album than I even realized I did just from being at the show. And you know what I'm saying? You find yourself just singing along or rapping along to a song that I'm like, damn, I have been listening to this project for a minute now.
Same.
So, but yeah, he killed that shit, man. And speaking of Push, he just announced his phase 2 tour dates, and in Baltimore, September 20th, Washington, D.C., October 20th. Are we going?
I mean,
I'll go to the one in Baltimore.
You wouldn't go to the one in D.C.?
I mean, I would rather go to Baltimore. I'd rather go out of, be out of town for a little bit, make a full situation out of it. You know what I mean?
All right,
get up
I'm
there
with
early, grab something to eat. You know what I mean? Like,
if you're not bullshitting, we're gonna cop our tickets on.
What day is September 20th?
Oh, I don't know. Let me see. September 20th is Tuesday.
I might be able to do it. We'll talk about it.
And October 20th is a Thursday.
Yeah, for sure. I already saw that.
Yes. So September 20th is a Tuesday in Baltimore. We can do that. The tickets go on sale on Friday. However, I saw a code for where you can buy them on Thursday. So listen, if we want to go to B-Mall, I'm with it.
Real quick, two last things. Or do both. Real quick, two things. Yeah. We had a what do we have? We had a party We had a party Saturday night. Oh my God! Round of applause at Hill Prince. That thing was stellar. And I mean,
Sad I
really one of
missed
the
it.
really, yeah. You guys,
Was
you
that a
got,
Darla Nikki
it
party?
was a Darla Nikki party. I hit Abdul like 1 a.m. Like, man, you
Yeah.
losing right now, my guy, and he didn't pull up. And then we had another party the next night, church on Sunday at the warehouse.
Now, is that moving to the warehouse, or that was just for the holiday
Just
weekend?
for the
It's
holiday.
for big weekend. Yeah.
I think maybe every big weekend, like, with the exception of July 4th,
That makes
they're gonna
sense.
try to do it there.
Yeah.
Oh man, that was an incredible party.
Whose place is the warehouse? Because that's like
New Androids.
okay.
Yeah, so New Android spot. So and that's just their temporary place. But it was
That
just
venue saw a lot of activity over the weekend. I think,
yeah. I mean, there aren't a lot of sort of raw spaces like that in DC anymore.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Everything is just like cute and small.
Yeah.
And like, you know what I mean? So you need a space like that. So great weekend
Sure.
full of parties. I'm right back at it this week. I think I have another 7 left before the week's over. It's gonna be fantastic. Let's get this money.
Yeah.
Let's see. The Martine Rose shocks made to look like hard bottoms.
Have you all seen those?
Have not. Only shocks I've seen was the Supreme ones.
Oh my God.
That's the ones
You
you're
gotta-
talking
let
about,
me-
right?
No, that's not what I'm talking about.
What
I
shocks
mean,
are you
gotta
talking about?
see these sneakers. They look fucking
No,
terrible.
I think I saw them.
They have a oh my God. Hold on. Here's the link. Where are we? Check these joints out. I mean, they're like a mix between cowboy boots and sneakers. And who in their right mind would be wearing these?
Where'd you put them in the
Not
chat?
I. Yeah, I put it in the chat on StreamYard.
Is that me? There's no way that's me.
What?
I think it's Abdul. It's like sounds like there's static in the background.
I don't hear any.
Oh, those are real?
Yeah, it was a real.
Oh man, they look like those Mexican pointy boots.
Yes. What are those called?
The like
Is there a
Mexican
name
pointy
for 'em?
boots.
He said
Yeah, Mexican.
Mexican.
You know what I'm talking about, Ron, with the toe curls up in the
Yeah,
front.
I'm hip. I'm
yeah,
hip.
that's what they look like. I thought that was a joke. I thought that
I'm cool
No,
on
these are
those.
really. I believe these are really good. I mean, Martine Rose has, also did the Monarchs with the tumors in it. You know what I'm saying? They already,
but those aren't as crazy as these. These are like some like
I mean,
cowboy boots.
they were
like
pretty
rodeo
crazy
shit.
for a Monarch. You know what I'm saying? And I
Yeah.
mean, I don't know. I don't know much about Martine Rose. It's what a clothing line, right? Something that I probably can't afford. So
It's
I'm good on
alright.
those.
Let's
How do y'all feel about the Supreme Nike Shocks?
do it. Let's do it.
You like
Yeah.
those?
I'd rock.
I
'em.
like the red pair.
Yeah, red pair is gangster. White pair is cool with 3M. I'm not mad at any of them,
And-
honestly.
Yeah, I'm not mad at any of them either.
Yeah, I'm not mad at any of 'em.
I wonder what the price point is going to be, but yeah, overall, I'm kind of okay with it. The red pair might probably be my favorite one out of them. Yeah,
I
bro.
think I like the regular shocks better than those.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I mean, the Shock
The
has never
upper-
really been one of my favorite shoots.
Me
I've
neither,
never
but I
really
like
been a
the
Shocks person.
Me
The
neither.
one that you saw the Nina Chanel Abney Jordan 2s,
Oh
You
yeah,
like those?
those are fire. The box is fire and the shoes are fire.
I don't
those
think
are
I've seen the
dope.
box, but I'm not mad at the shoes.
The box.
I
the
mean,
box
Jordan
is
twos
fire.
is kind of coming. Is this an anniversary for Jordan twos? Was 1986. This is not an
I don't think it's
anniversary of any
nah,
sort.
but it's coming back strong.
They're coming back strong, man. They got
Yeah.
a low coming out from somewhere in the Philippines, which I thought was really hard. Have you seen that? It's some
Mm-mm.
store that did a collab. It's like white with green and orange. It looks hard. J Balvin got another high coming out as well.
I think
So-
Virgil's sort of, rest in peace. Him doing the Jordan 2 just said it made everybody else have to do a Jordan 2. You know what I mean? So it's just like, all right, let's just make this
Yeah.
happen.
Is that true, or do you think that like Jordan Brand will give you only some like they don't give you like free reign to do any Jordan you want, do they?
Nah, but I feel like
I don't
but
think
I feel
so.
like when he put his stamp on that, everybody else pretty much had to follow suit.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean? He put a lot.
I think yeah, I think the way it probably works is they probably get somebody like a Virgil to
Like
lead
get
it
some
in,
momentum.
you know what I'm saying, and get some momentum going, and then they follow up with other guys who they believe can pull out bangers.
Smart.
But it's
Yeah,
a way to kind of reintroduce the shoe back into the market.
Virgil spearheads it, and everybody else is made to
Yep.
kind of just like you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I think
The
I
Union
think
twos weren't bad. I wasn't mad at them.
I mean just getting them sucked. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
Did you get him?
I wasn't trying to, but
Oh.
they obviously were accused of backdooring all of them to that Benjamin Kicks dude. You know what I mean? There was a whole big just sort of uh, upheaval on in like their comments. Like they had turned their comments off for like 4 or 5 posts in a row because people was killing them. Sneakers went crazy today. I don't know if you guys saw earlier this morning.
What
So
happened?
they released like 8 sneakers this morning. Um,
I didn't even check.
air up tempos in 2 different colorways, kids. Like 8 different sneakers, and then
Oh wow.
the Nike.com restocked the Panda Dunks in case you needed those again, both in kids, like babies, first graders and
Yeah.
adults. So I think Nike's out here, man. They're trying to get it shaking again. I
Yeah.
I worked at the shop today for the first time in a minute. We got some elephant Eames, Reebok Eames elephant collab, and a lot of sneakers out there in the mix. It's the best basketball shoe is called the Nike GT Cut. Came out with a new colorway. It's fire.
That's the best basketball shoe.
Yeah, so I think that they're trying to, Nike's in the mix now. Summertime, they're trying to really get it shaking. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, I mean, what else did Abdul have on here? He had
I was talking about these it's Paris Fashion Week, and Paperboy Paris and Beams out of Japan did a New Balance collab for
The
a
1500s are
920
crazy.
and a 1500, and Jesus Christ.
Yeah, they're crazy.
Holy shit. They went crazy on the 1500.
I normally don't like two shoes that aren't the same either, but that shit was hot.
Wait a minute. No, they're not the same. They did
That's
a
what I'm saying,
920 and a 1500.
No, I'm saying, but even like the left shoe, right shoe was like different, isn't it?
No. Oh, no, they're the same.
Are you
They
sure
did
about
two
that?
different models.
No,
They
I
did
know
a
that, but I
1500.
thought like the left.
Oh, I see. Yeah. There are differences in between the left foot and the right.
It's like how
Yes.
Commonwealth did that Asics.
Yeah.
The materials are flipped.
Yep. The materials are flipped.
And I normally don't like that, but that shit is like
okay.
hard.
Nah.
yeah, the tongue,
1500.
like the tongue is one tongue is gray, the other one is blue.
Jerome, your mic is going crazy again. Sorry.
Hello. Are we here?
It's no.
We're solid.
It's still
Damn,
going
we're
a
not
lot
good.
of feedback. All right. There we go. Perfect.
When we say
We're
your
good.
mic's cutting out, it doesn't mean that we can't hear you. It means that there's like static
There's
in
a
the
lot
background.
of noise. Yeah.
But I hear static from y'all.
Yeah.
What were
Maybe
you
it's the
saying about
rain.
what were you saying about the tongue? Pause.
They're different colors.
Yeah.
One is gray, one is blue. And I think that that
I
helps
think that
contribute to
blue
it.
with just the gray really sets it off too, man. I really want those. I'm hearing, and I don't know if it's true or not, that they're gonna have a wider release. And man, I need that 1500, bro. I gotta get that. I mean, I'm already looking at resale prices because worst comes to worst, I'm gonna have to eat that in, but I gotta get those.
I need a
gotta
pair
get
of the
those.
original 1500s still.
Good luck finding them.
I know. I know.
Good luck finding them. I mean, it's virtually impossible to
Yeah.
find that. And I actually have a kids pair for my daughter, an original
colorway.
1500. Yeah,
Wow.
original from 94ish or something like that. But every remake that they have made of that 1500 is they have not really nailed it. It's always been something off about it. And I hate to be the guy who talks about the shape is different, but if they were really going to try to do it, if you're going to make it different, that's cool. But if you think that you are hitting it on the head, you miss.
You're not. Yeah.
You're not. But the 1500 is just a
That's my
classic
favorite
shoe,
New
and
Balance.
Yeah, and what it means to this city and this area, I think it's really really important because that was the shoe that if you were somebody, you had a pair
Yeah.
in the
15,
90s, dog.
15s to 1600s
15s and 1600s, you
and
had
13s.
and 13s. Yep,
Yeah.
like you were the dude. Um, but I've always been a fan of the 1500, man. But
Same.
the Paperboy, the Paris, they knocked that shit out the park.
Yes.
Yes.
We all
All
concur.
right.
We all want pairs. We need a 11 and 3 size 9s.
Exactly.
Season 4, episode 5 or 6.
Episode 5 or 6.
Is you know what I mean. What I just can't think of
Five
that.
dash six.
I've got a
Yeah.
5.6. I got a lot on my mind. I gotta get to the club. It's raining outside. It's terrible. Obviously, I guess we could just say, what is Abdul watching?
Man, a lot of TV. I finished a show called Gaslit on Stars, which is about the Watergate scandal during the Nixon era. Excuse me, with Julia Roberts is in it. Sean Penn is in it. Really, really good show. They just had the finale last week, so I finished that series up. Tehran on Apple Plus. They have a new season out. Man, I started the first season just to catch up on what had happened. I had already watched season 1 before, but with season 2 out, I don't want to start it and see that I missed something. So I went back to season 1, refreshed myself, and then I finished all of season 2. Really, really good. Go watch that. It's about just intelligence units in Iran and against the Mossad in the Israeli intelligence unit trying to infiltrate Iran and things like that. It's a really really good show. I watched that. What am I watching now? I'm watching Goliath. They have a new season out for now. The final season on Amazon Prime. I started that, and what I'm really excited about is I want to see this Supreme Team documentary that Nas is going to putting out. I don't know what channel it's going to be coming out on, but did you all watch the trailer for it?
Nah.
No.
Oh man, so Nas posted it. It's obviously since we were kids we've heard Supreme Team, right? Kenneth Supreme McGriff and what did you just send me, Eddie? There's a website.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit. Okay. Yeah, the Supreme Team has a documentary coming out, and I'm excited to see that.
Are they interviewing him? Are
Well,
those right?
they're
Or those
interviewing
not?
family members. See even this one looks different. You know that, right?
It does look off, yeah.
It looks off, but it's okay. I'm hearing. Sorry, Eddie just sent me a link to a 1500, which is a retro, but it's gonna be. It looks a little bit different from the original. I'm hearing there's a Flippy retro coming out soon, which is supposed to look like the real one. So let's see what that one looks like. But this is this might be
It's
right.
close. It's close.
Yeah, it's close. So that's it for TV, man. I don't have a whole lot. Y'all fucking with Drake's album? Like, it's a house album, right? Jerome, what do you think?
I like the album. I like the risk taking about putting out of a house album, but I see what he's doing. He's like, I'm sick of the turn up isn't he's getting older, so like the turn up might not be responding as well to his records. But now he's gonna be in Ibiza. He can hear his music at festivals.
Even more of a turn up.
That's what I'm saying. Now,
Yeah, that's bigger. Yeah.
now
This
he's
is a
saying,
bigger turn up.
he's like, I'm not worried about you niggas no more. I'm trying to be in Ibiza.
I'm
and
international.
in these stadiums and in these
Yeah.
festivals. You know what I mean? So
I'm not mad at him.
not mad at the Drake, the Beyonce.
He's
Same
trying to get
way.
all the bag.
Beyonce went for the
Well,
house. The house thing
Beyonce,
joint.
it's kind of a crazy coincidence that they dropped like a similar theme album with that sort of music so close to each other, right? Without maybe even communicating. That's
Well, her album doesn't drop for another month. So
So we don't know if hers is a full house
but
album.
I hope she does though. I hope she goes full house with it and really just says, hey, this is where we at right now because we're gonna play tonight at Darling Nikki, and I promise it's gonna go up. And I know
Nah,
it's
of course. I'm
know.
hearing some backlash from the the house slash EDM folks talking about they don't belong here and that sort of shit. Fuck,
Shut the
out
fuck
of
up.
here.
I haven't seen that,
Fuck
and I mean,
outta here.
I would say EDM and house are two different things, right? House was created by gay black men in Chicago, whereas
Yes,
EDM is sort of a bastardized version of house that a
that
lot of
also
Euro
comes
Doesn't
it-
house
it's
fit
a
under
it's
the EDM umbrella?
not necessarily
Because I
because
I
mean,
think
electronic
it's under
dance
the house
music.
umbrella. I
Nah,
EDM
think, I
fits.
because
think
EDM
I
is
think it's the other way
electronic.
around.
No, EDM is electronic dance music, and house
But
is
it's
electronic dance music.
I know, but it's house came first, so EDM is like a child or a branch
Yeah,
off of the
Off of
dance
house.
tree.
or
Yeah, for house.
it's really a bastardized version because
Yeah,
it's been co-opted by Euros and pretty much white people. Like EDM is just you know what I mean. It's just that this house is you know what I'm saying. There's just
More soulful.
soulful. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
Like, and obviously we've been playing house music forever. DC is a great house music town. I know it doesn't seem
Baltimore is house and
well.
club has been
Yeah.
Before I moved on to other cities, I was gonna say I don't think DC has gotten its fair share
Rest
of
in peace, Sam Burns.
respect. Right with Sam Burns, 18th Street Lounge on Sundays, a lot of good DJs. Now,
Yeah.
Baltimore, different story. Baltimore with club and just with
I mean, Baltimore is a house city.
yeah, Baltimore is a house city. They dance. You know what I'm saying? Every time I DJ in Baltimore, I make sure I play that house shit, and the homies aren't afraid to dance at all.
No.
These niggas in DC are a little bit less inclined to get busy. You know what
a
I mean?
little
Then
bit too cool.
you start talking Jersey, you start talking Newark and Chicago,
Yeah.
Detroit. You know what I'm saying? It's staples. It's in the community, and it is everywhere else. Other cities we mentioned. So the Beyonce record's going to do well. Drake's going to do well. I think you need one more artist to cement this.
It's gonna happen.
Sort of a
I mean,
movement.
everybody kind of follows Drake's lead in a lot of things and how music kind of goes. You know, what I'm
Is
saying?
that
'Cause
40 producing all the house songs?
No. Drake had some real house producers, guys who's that's what they do. Made
Okay.
like all
So
the
then
songs.
how is the house community giving him backlash if he has like real reputable house
Again,
producers?
I haven't seen the house community giving backlash. I've seen everybody get attacked, whether it's open format DJs.
Yeah.
Irv Gotti came out his mouth talking crazy.
About the Drake album?
He said he hopes the Drake album is a flop because he thinks it's going to spell the end of hip hop if it's successful.
whatever.
No, that's not
I
true.
think
He's stupid.
You know what I mean? Here's my thing. It's summertime and
it's good
hip hop.
summertime music.
Well, it's
Abdul's
good
not about to
summertime.
start listening to house.
That's a fact.
Abdul's
But
I still got
what-
Pusha T in my car.
But what it could do though is it could make you find that tape from '94. You know what I'm saying? It could make you go back to that day. You're like, yo, I had that K Swift tape or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it might not be house per se, but it might be like, oh, let me throw on this club tape when I got the kids in the car.
I don't.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
for me, house has to be played in like a big room. There has to be like a crowd, a bar, a big sound system. I can't listen to that shit at home or in the crib or like in the car. Like to me, that's like big room, big room music only. So for me, like I don't like that shit. Ain't ever.
But see, to me, big room and house are different things, right?
Well, I'm
big,
saying like I mean like big system. Like it has to be like in a club.
Yeah, I mean, it just depends what you listen to.
I don't mean like echo stage. I mean it can be intimate and small, but it has to be like played out.
But
I want a DJ play in my house.
If you're playing like soulful house, you know what I'm saying, a nice big voice, diva, you can listen to that while cleaning the house on a Saturday afternoon. To me, everybody's different. So
no, you can.
Again, it's one of them situations where music goes in cycles, and so it's house's time now. We've all been standing in sections, standing in bottles, Young Thug's in jail. Like there's so many different reasons why hip hop is suffering at the moment. And
not because Young Thug's in jail.
I mean, it's one of them situations where like Atlanta had the torch for so long and nobody else tried to fight with them. They wanted to be them. Yeah. But they've run out of things to say. They've run out of trap beats to make. It all sounds the fucking same.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's
true.
And so now you're like, okay, let's up the tempo 50 BPMs and get you niggas back on the dance floor moving. We got to see what happens. You know what I mean? Because the Latin music is here. That's going nowhere. You know what I mean?
Nah.
So
That shit ain't going nowhere.
it is what it is, man. Season 4, episode 5.6. Jerome Baker III. I gotta go to work.
Go to work. Go to
we're
work.
back. We're back. Shout out to my guy always available. Hashtag She Wear Eddie.
Yo, peace, man.
Abdul looks frozen on my screen. Okay, there he is. Shout out to my man. Don't charge Abdul.
Yeah. Something in the water. Thank you, Pharrell.
Something in the water.
Bring
Yo,
it back next
something
year.
in the water. Hit us up, man. We can do the official podcast. I don't see any podcasting out there.
No, we got to
I
set that up for next year, man. We got to set that up.
Listen. I saw Crooked and his team working.
We got to step it up.
Oh yeah, it's levels.
Okay.
It's levels.
Now, what we got to do is we're gonna set up a little podcast section next year, and we, as artists are going on. You know what we're gonna set up? We're gonna set it up in the artist village side of things. That's gonna be where we're gonna broadcast from. And you know, before artists get on, come have a quick conversation with us, and before you get on stage, I think we're gonna make the case. We're gonna talk to Dre the Mayor about that.
We'll make it work. We'll see y'all soon, aka next week. DJ Jerome Baker III, and we're out. Peace.
Peace.